At a family meeting, my mother yelled at me in front of everyone, "Learn from your sister. She sends us $4,000 every month. You ungrateful daughter." I opened my mouth to correct her, to say, "Actually, that's me." But before I could get a word out, my father shouted, "Don't try stealing your sister's accomplishments." Then he smirked and added, "Now try stopping the payments." I froze, and in that moment, something inside me snapped. If you've ever been underestimated, dismissed, or humiliated by your own family, hit that subscribe button now. Like this video, and stay with me because this story isn't just about revenge, it's about turning humiliation into power. It all started years ago. I grew up in a household where achievement wasn't measured by effort or hard work. It was measured by appearances. My sister, by sheer luck and timing, became the family golden child. Every holiday, every family gathering, she was the one praised. She was the example. I, on the other hand, I was invisible. I wasn't invisible because I lacked skill or drive. In fact, I had worked myself into the ground, building a career from nothing. But my parents never saw it that way. To them, I was just quiet or unassuming. Never the one to boast, never the one to flaunt success. I guess they preferred to believe in the narrative they'd built. Sister equals success, me equals struggling girl. For years, I let it slide. I smiled. I nodded. I sent them occasional gifts, occasional calls, but they never truly recognized my achievements. And then came the fateful family meeting. I had recently hit a milestone. After years of late nights, missed weekends, and sheer determination, I was finally able to send my parents $4,000 every month. It was a gesture of love, respect, and maybe a little proof that I wasn't just a quiet daughter. That day, my mother, loud, dramatic, and impossible to reason with, stood in the living room, chest puffed out, eyes wide with pride, and said the words that cut me to the bone. "Learn from your sister, who sends us $4,000 every month. You ungrateful daughter." Time slowed. I felt my pulse thundering in my ears. My chest tightened. All the rehearsed responses, all the calm explanations I had ready in my mind, vanished instantly. "But that's actually me," I started, my voice trembling, a mix of disbelief and rising anger. But before I could finish, my father barked over me, "Don't try stealing your sister's accomplishments. Now try stopping the payments." The room went silent. My mother's face twisted with confusion. My sister, who had been lounging on the couch scrolling on her phone, looked up and frowned. And me? I just stood there frozen, feeling the simultaneous sting of humiliation and absurdity. It wasn't just that they had gotten it wrong, it was the principle, the injustice, the idea that my efforts could be erased, ignored, and claimed by someone else without a second thought. I left the room that day simmering with a mix of frustration, disbelief, and something else, a budding sense of strategy. Revenge didn't have to be loud or dramatic, it had to be perfect, calculated, unforgettable. The first step was understanding my parents. My mother thrived on praise and validation. She loved to boast about accomplishments that reflected well on her, regardless of the truth. My father, he was stubborn, proud, and deeply rooted in his misconceptions about family hierarchy. Both of them were predictable. Both of them were manipulable. I didn't need to yell. I didn't need to argue. I just needed to let the truth shine at the perfect moment. And I had an advantage: they couldn't stop the payments. They didn't know I had set them up legally, securely, and automatically. Every month without fail, $4,000 was moving from my account to theirs. I was the invisible daughter with the golden touch. So I bided my time. Family dinners became my stage. I continued playing the quiet, unassuming role, letting them misattribute success to my sister. And every time my mother bragged, every time my father made condescending remarks, I smiled politely, nodding, pretending to be meek. Meanwhile, the satisfaction of knowing the truth coursed through me like electricity. And then, the moment came. It was during a holiday brunch. The whole family gathered. My mother once again started bragging about my sister's generosity, listing out all the ways she had supposedly been supporting them. The words hit like knives, but I let them. I waited, savoring the tension building in the room. Finally, with a calmness that startled even me, I spoke. "Actually, that $4,000 every month, that's me sending it. Not my sister. Silence, a pause so thick you could cut it with a knife. My mother's hand froze mid-air, the coffee cup trembling slightly in her grip. My father's jaw dropped. My sister, who had been scrolling her phone, looked up slowly, realization dawning in her eyes. Wait. What? My mother stammered, voice shaking. Yes, I continued, letting the truth land with precision. Every month, every single cent, and it's automatic. So there's no stopping it. It's always been me. The room was stunned. My parents tried to grasp it, to deny it, to twist it, but I had planned for this. I had all the statements ready. I had proof. And the best part? They couldn't undo it. It wasn't just a revelation. It was a full reversal of the narrative they had built for years. The quiet, unassuming daughter was not only capable, she was the provider. The one they had overlooked, underestimated, and humiliated. And the one they had accidentally celebrated as someone else's accomplishment. The reactions were priceless. My mother, who had so confidently proclaimed my sister's success, now looked like she had been caught in a lie she couldn't explain. My father, proud and stubborn, had to swallow every ounce of his misplaced judgment. My sister, embarrassed but smiling nervously, couldn't argue either. I felt a wave of vindication wash over me. Not anger, not revenge for the sake of cruelty, but pure, unshakable validation. Every ounce of frustration, every sneer, every moment of being underestimated, it all culminated here. For the first time in years, I didn't feel invisible. I didn't feel dismissed. I didn't feel powerless. I felt seen, and it was glorious. Sometimes revenge isn't about confrontation or chaos. Sometimes it's quiet, calculated, unstoppable. It's letting the truth speak for itself, in a way that even the most arrogant can deny. And in that moment, justice isn't loud, it's undeniable. What's the most satisfying revenge you've ever witnessed? Or even pulled off yourself? Drop it in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves stories of quiet but perfect vindication. Justice isn't always dramatic, it's precise.